should probably win with all the upgrades. And your eco is better, so you can probably still win if you get to this point in the game. Not like the German can win in this game, this particular game, because he got raided pretty hard and he's not microing right. This fight would be pretty close if both microed it perfectly, but the Ulans are going in first again. Should be the Dobs. Dobs go first, take all the bow rider hits, while the Ulans go in the back and do the damage. Because you always want the Ulans to do the damage and the Dobs to take the hits, which is why you always want the Dobs to go in first. Sioux is microing this pretty nicely, and this is game. Now the Sioux has a cav, can raid everywhere. German isn't hunting inside his base, so lost a lot of vills. So 43 against 25 plus maybe 8 for the settler wagons, but yeah, this isn't gonna win. German isn't gonna win this anymore. Second stable for the Sioux. That's interesting. I would have gone a second Rex before second stable. Oh, actually he does already have a second Rex. Okay. Yeah, dual Rex, Club Keaton, and with one stable massing bow rider. That's definitely a very good way to go against this combination. German is still going the right combo, macroing right, but just not microing it right. And now he's just outmassed. So this isn't gonna win. This is gonna be game. Sioux should maybe mix in a couple of Axe Riders at this point. But yeah, it's just, oh, there they come. Bam, 10 Axe Riders out of the blue. That's deadly. So yeah, German lost this game not because he went the wrong start, but because he did he didn't micro. He didn't go aggressive enough in early colonial, because like you saw, his army was much bigger. Not bigger maybe, but much better at least than the Sioux army. And he could have pinned the Sioux in his base with the vills, kept him from hunting outside his base, which he was doing pretty early. So that would have been really good, of course. And the micro was just painful, because Dob Ulan isn't that hard to micro or anything, but it's just you gotta know how to micro it, and if you do, when you do, you'll find that it's not really that hard to micro. You just have to put them in the right position and attack move. But definitely, in almost all cases, go in first with doubles, and then the Ulans, and try not to have the Ulans in front, because you don't want the Ulans to take the hits, you want the Dobs to take the hits. Remember that. Small cav raids are always nice also, because you have the Ulans anyway. He has mostly anti-cav, so you're mostly relying on your Dobs in the fights. You can always split 2 Ulans off and just raid him. That's just a general thing you can do. It's not really anything, it's not really particularly good in this matchup or anything. So let's see the Vill lines. Yeah, he lost a lot of Vills here. Population ended with 50 to 35. Let's see the ecos. Yeah, Sioux was getting pretty far ahead at this point, because the Sioux do have a pretty, a very food heavy eco at some point. He had a little too many on wood at this point and too few on gold, I would say. Maybe blocking, I don't know, but yeah. So a very food heavy eco, and they have oh. He didn't send he doesn't have the Great Hunter in his deck. Or maybe that's the Eero card. Pretty sure that's the Sioux card actually. You should definitely have that in your deck as Sioux. Instead of this card maybe. No, well, not maybe, definitely instead of this card. Just don't even think you need the 700 wood. You can maybe even put this card in, but I don't really like this card. It's not really useful. This isn't great either. Yeah, I would definitely make some changes to this deck. One more fort card. This, I don't like this card either. But yeah, Great Hunter. That would have 1, 2, 3 food cards. Great Hunter is the same as Spice Trade basically. So that would be for 55% on his hunts, and he has a very hunt heavy eco. Together with the steel traps, Sioux eco can get very very strong in late colonial, especially since they do have the X Riders, which cost 160 food and 40 gold. So you definitely don't want to get in late colonial with Sioux, or in late fortress or any late thing. Excuse me. Unless it's really late, like late game, because Sioux just have a shitty eco when they can't hunt. Because these are all hunt cards. When it comes to farming, they suck. So, but yeah, you definitely don't want Sioux to hunt with 30 vills. That's gonna be insane, that eco. So yeah, good game. Work on your micro a bit. The Sioux did pretty much everything right, I would say. Didn't really pay attention to his macro, but I think it was pretty decent, considering he had a acceptable army at almost all points. Maybe a little less Seton heavy at this first fight, but he got lucky. The German did micro right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next commentary, I guess.